Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the first quarter of 2022. This is going to be for January through March of 2022. We're going to just jump right in here. Also, there will be a part 2 to this reading, and there's a link for that in the comments down below. It is free. It's on YouTube, so definitely check that out. But we're going to see what is going on for you here, Aquarius. I definitely feel that this reading is it's fitting in very well with the other readings that I've been doing. This is like the first time in a long time where there seems to be like a major, collective energy going on, where it's like everybody is experiencing very similar energies. I wouldn't say exactly the same, but it seems to me like there's kind of like a collective energy going on. And we see that right here with the Canary Spirit. This card says, sing your own song. And so there's just been this like collective energy of needing to, be your own person, more or less. And that is the thing that is similar between all the signs. It's like you might have ideas for your life or ideas how you should live your life, and this just says do it. Basically, live your ideas, live your ideal life as well with the Canary Spirit. But I feel like it's definitely time for you to do it. In this row, you have the Two of Wands, or the Three of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Fool. The Three of Wands is like a card of waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. It's a card, he's waiting for his ships to come in on this card, but it's really a card of, again, like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. The card says like, get it moving. Let's get moving forward. So I feel for a lot of you that there is a need to do that. I feel like there's been a pause in some area of your life. I say that because Three of Wands, Seven of Wands to the Ten of Cups. For some reason, this is popping into my head as a pause in your happiness, or there has been a pause in your happiness, maybe over the last year or the last 2 years. Kind of feels like, the whole COVID situation to me. So I feel for some of you, it's like something, I'm seeing that Seven of Wands as more of a roadblock that has, that kind of popped up in your life that you experienced over the past few years. And, the good news is, I feel like you're removing that roadblock. I feel like that's why it's showing up like this to the Ten of Cups. Because again, the Ten of Cups is like your happily ever after, everything you want, whatever that happens to be. Could be love. The Temperance card to me is like saying you can turn a negative into a positive, as always. So the Temperance card to me is just about like alchemy, turning one situation into another. And I feel that's what you need to do here with this card. I am getting don't be patient, actually, is popping into my head. The Temperance card is normally a card of temperance. It's normally a card of patience and like waiting for something to happen. But for some reason, I feel like this card is saying like, don't wait. And again, this whole first row, you have the Fool as well. Take a leap of faith. I feel it is time for you to take a leap of faith towards something in your life, something that you want. It could be love because, again, Fool, Lovers, Ten of Cups. You could be taking a leap of faith towards a person in love, but, really, traditionally, the Lovers actually wasn't about love. It was more about, like, being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. That could include love, of course, but, it's kind of like a card of having a decision to make. The thing with the Lovers is that we have to make a decision based off of our own morals, our own values as well. The Lovers is a card of morals and values, like what is important to you, not what is important to someone else, what is important to you. And there's definitely a major energy here of doing that. Like I said, that Canary Spirit says sing your own song. So I feel like it's saying you need to make decisions that come from yourself. We have a lot of imagery here. Look, you have this great big love card at the end, and it's got this giant heart on it, and it doesn't even want to focus. There you go. So, to me, this reading is really asking you to make heart-based decisions. What do you want, not what does everybody else want? Next, you have this help appears in various ways. It says there's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look for support systems that are with you continually. So I feel like there are people who support you here. I'm noticing that these fish are all the same on this card. And I really feel it is like saying, but I feel more importantly that it's like saying the whole birds of a feather thing. I feel like this card is like saying, like, what do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like? Go surround yourself with those people. Maybe you don't have people always challenge me. and always say, I can't find the people that I want to be like. Okay, well, I'm like, well, do they exist on YouTube or in a book or something like that? You can surround yourself with people without them physically needing to be with you. So I would say, like, build your team. I think I've been encouraging this all year, all 2021. Guess what? I'm going to be encouraging it for the next 10 years as well, because really it's like that's where we're going to get our most benefits in our environment, the things that are surrounding you, the people that are in your life. And that could be physically, but it could also be non-physically as well. It could be your imagination. It could be someone you watch on YouTube or a book that you've read. You can surround yourself with those people. And that's what I feel like you need to do with this card. I would open up. You have the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and the Six of Pentacles. Again, I'm seeing this as a roadblock, this Seven of Wands. I feel like you've already experienced the roadblock. Again, I'm getting something about happiness, like something took your happiness, or those are like the words that are popping into my head. That's like the feeling I have, really. And so I feel that part of the Seven of Wands, but I also do feel like the Seven of Wands is saying, okay, it's like there was this speed bump, there was this roadblock in your life, but now it's time to open up. So I feel like this card is saying, like, don't be closed off and prevent other people from helping you. Allow other people to help you, or, look for answers with that help appears in various ways type of card. What I will say about that Seven of Wands is intuitively, it's like, I feel like you are making a decision that's more, like I said, heart-based at the beginning of the reading. There's a certain element of, understanding with the Seven of Wands. It's a card of conviction. He knows that he is committed to something. And I feel like that energy was lacking, in the past, where it's like, if it's love, maybe you just weren't sure if you want to love, or maybe you weren't sure if you wanted a certain type of person. Maybe you weren't sure if you wanted to have a family. There's a change going on here, in your conviction, Aquarius. And that's really what I feel like this reading is saying. Just in general, it's like you're understanding what you want with this card as well with the Lovers. The Lovers, that angel there, it represents your higher self. And it's like, I really feel like this card, it could be talking about love, fine. You do have really good love cards here. But what I would say is I feel like this is more talking about decisions that you're making, based off of yourself, based off of your values, the things that you value, the things that are important to you. And that definitely could include love. That could definitely lead to love. It's like if you understand what you value, it's like then you can bring a person into your life who has similar values or who has a similar belief system or, whatever you want to call it. So I feel in a lot of ways you're finally clear on what those things are. Again, your conviction is very important here with that Seven of Wands. And you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles just says, dip your toes in the water. Go out there and try it, right? Really, I wouldn't dip your toes in the water. I would jump in the deep end and do a cannonball right into the deep end. The Fool says, don't dip your toes in the water. The Fool says, if you do that, you're going to get hurt. So, the Fool says, take the full leap. But, Six of Pentacles is about trying things. And again, very common energy right now that people seem to be getting. I think really what it's talking about is the fact that this year really doesn't start till mid-February. It's a little slow at the beginning of the year here. We have Mercury going retrograde as well. Once we hit mid-February, then we're blasting off. Then we're moving forward. So I feel like this card is saying very beginning of the quarter. If it's slow, take your time. Don't rush. Next, you have this great big love card. So clearly there could be love coming in for you for sure. I don't think that's the most important part of this reading, but I do feel like there could be love coming in. I feel like this is more talking about what do you love with the Lovers and this card here. It's like saying, what does your heart belong to? What do you love doing? What do you value the most in your life? And also, I'm getting something here about your environment as well, the things, the people, the situations that are around you. It's what things do you love? And can you add more of that into your environment? That's what I'd be doing. You have the Ten of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Queen of Cups. The Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. The Ten of Cups represents good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time. So I definitely feel there are some improvements, some general improvements coming into your life with the Ten of Cups. So I really like to see that. I also feel that this could be love for, again, if you're looking for love, I feel like there could be a very solid relationship coming in for you, one that leads to family or a permanent connection with the Ten of Cups. You have the Judgment card, another card with the higher self angel on it. That this is your higher self angel. It is calling you to step into a new world here. These people are rising out of coffins, right? But I keep getting something about your environment. Like I said, it's like maybe you want to change, but the people around you are not changing. Maybe you're changing your beliefs, but again, maybe the people around you have the same beliefs. So it can definitely be a little bit challenging, right? In those if you're having that experience. But I do feel like the Judgment card is asking you to make the change for the better. So I would definitely just, make the change. And finally, you have the Queen of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I feel like you need to trust your intuition as well. But the Queen of Cups is also about like nurturing and taking care of yourself, which I feel is going to be very important for you, Aquarius. I definitely would like nurture yourself, take care of yourself during this time. Make sure you're staying healthy and not like working yourself to the bone. And all that other stuff, If you need to take a break, I would take a break. But that's it. I want to see what this last card is. Look at this. You have this open to discovery card. I love this card. It's like there's this keyhole off in the distance there with something else on the inside of it. That perfectly describes what everybody is going through at this time, I think, here, Aquarius. It's like everyone is going through this time of like discovering new things, discovering what you love, what you want to do, discovering, how you want to live. I think that, for too long, people have been living the lives of other people. So it's like maybe you're finally discovering the life that you want to live with this card and you're not allowing other people to control it. It's kind of weird because I do get that it's like I wouldn't call it controlling energy, but I would at the same time. It's like for some of you, I feel like you either feel controlled by a situation. It could be a person. It could just be like your job, your business, or something like that. And I feel like that is much more like what's on the other side there of this keyhole. I feel is much more like fluid. It's much more free. It's much more like open to interpretation. And it's like you creating your own environment as well. I don't know. It's very interesting to me because, again, I don't know why, like, all of a sudden at the end of last year, 2021, it's like I kept getting these words about environment and the people around you. I think that could have to do with the environment in general, for like legitimately, like the world's environment. But I also feel it's like saying that our environments are going to be changing around us personally, and we can make it whatever we want. We can, live lives however we want. You have the sing your own song card. It's like you can be whoever you want at this time. And I feel this reading is really encouraging you to be whoever you feel like you are. So weird, but I like it. So there's going to be a part 2 to this reading. It's going to be linked up down below. Make sure to check that out. But thank you for being here, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. Like I said, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising as well for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your quarter.